Mr. Chris Ward, and he takes them out onto the field, the Rabbitohs of South Sydney, with probably one of their strongest sides, if not their strongest side, with McMillan back in the side at halfback, Robert Laurie back to lock 4.
He's got a high work rate and he'll be needed out there this afternoon.
And there's the all-conquering Newtown Jets with wins against some of the better sides in the last 10 days or so, and led by their one...
Looking to attack up the blind side. Both of them standing in the 5-8 position.
It's a South ball dived on by McMillan. Jones, right. The dummy from Gary Wright. And floating it out to Nick Scott. Nick Scott going for the corner. He's going to stroll in. Newtown were all up in the line. And Nick Scott scores the first try of the match to South Sydney. They lead 5 points to 2, and the Newtown side of the halfway. Smith, right. Jones into the 3/4. Squadrito took that ball beautifully and gave it to Fay, and the big international winger downfield tries to run over the top of Sigsworth, but the little fullback pulls him down. They're only 10 metres out Souths. This man is Gary Wright. A lucid centre 3/4 today anyway. Squadrito, Nathan Gibbs. Play now in centre field. Dummy half is Ken Stewart. Calling for Pat Smith. He may bomb. Dummies and throws it out wider to Laurie. A floater out to Niscott. Niscott got the pass inside to Jones. That's a try to Souths. Jones has scored for South Sydney to lead by 8 points to 4, and you can see it again now.
Yes, and it was a bit of good football too from the time that Terry Fay went down the lane. A good long pass there. And Mocky Laurie here, long cut-out pass to Niscott. Niscott looks as if he's going to be taken into touch by Hetherington, but he's able to stand up, get the ball back infield to Jones.
A top try, and this is how it was seen head-on. That long ball from Robert Laurie, giving Niscott a little bit of room to work in, and it was this man following through. Oh, this kick looks good. It's getting away and across the face, but when it took off, it looked as though it was going to be good. South Sydney 8, Newtown 4. Won by South. Laurie. He's tried his heart out, Robert Laurie. Playing it on the halfway mark. Terry Fay's injected himself into the play. The big man got the pass away to Sinclair. Sinclair looks for support, finds Terry Fay. He's out of another tackle. He's inside the quarter line. Back to Peter Tunks. And Tunks is tackled. 12 metres out from the Newtown line. South Sydney coming home strongly now. Newtown getting themselves back and organised in defences. Terry Fay goes from dummy half again. 3 metres out. Well inside the last 5. Fay again from dummy half. And it's going to be the last tackle coming up now for the Rabbitohs. Out to Nathan Gibbs. Slides the pass and McPherson is tackled. And that's the end of 6 and the scrum is to 4. Oh, what a finish. What a cliffhanger of a game. This second half in particular has turned out to be.
How important is this scrum? Make sure you put it in the middle, Tommy.
O'Donicus defeated. It's in there. Referee Ward wants it again. Oh. Penalty to Souths. Well, he's penalised Newtown for collapsing. Here's the kick for goal for the draw, and oh gee, he's only just got it, but it's a 10 points all situation between the South Sydney and Newtown sides, and we're coming close to full time.
South Sydney, they'll be looking for possession and certainly thankful to get over it with the draw, I should imagine. Although they have, of course, scored the 2 tries in the game.
And so Terry Fay has the ball for Souths. Grant Jones. And play is just outside the South Sydney 22. Walters has raked for it for Newtown.
There's a chance for Wilson now.
And it is with Newtown, and there's a penalty to Newtown. A penalty to Newtown right in front on the 22.
Well, South Sydney, they've only got themselves to blame trying to get the pass away in a ridiculous situation.
And here's the replay. Well, there he is. Grant Jones coming from an offside position to tackle Mike Ryan. There's no doubt about that penalty. It was the previous play of the ball that I was
Newtown
concerned.
struck for the ball.
It was when Walter struck for the ball. I've got a funny feeling it came off his foot eventually to a Newtown player who could possibly have been offside.
The fluctuating fortunes of rugby league, eh?
So Wilson has got a kick right in front. He's kicked them from all over the park here today. The chances of him missing this one, you would think, looking at his record, about 33-1. But I'm going to tell you, a 10-all result would have been probably a hell of a lot fairer than a victory for the Jets, because Souths have scored 2 tries to nil, and they've copped an awful caning in the penalties, particularly in the scrum penalties.
15-7 with penalty kill.
In favour of Newtown.
Yes.
Well, the Jets look like they're going to get away from here with 2 points, but that's about as much as you can say. There's his kick. He's booted it. Yes, he will be the toast of the town tonight. There's the siren. Ken Wilson has kicked his 6th goal, and Newtown have won one of the most, well, controversial, sensational and incredible games of football I've seen for a long time. 12 points to 10, the final tally in favour of the Jets over the Rabbitohs at Sydney's Redfern. Newtown winning this match here at Redfern Oval by 12 points to 10, and Ken Wilson kicking 6 goals from 6 attempts. South Sydney, they've had a moral victory, scoring 2 tries. Niscott at the 21st minute, Jones at the 42nd minute, and Jones kicked 1 out of 3 with McPherson 1 out of 2. The scrums finished 7-all. The penalties went to Newtown 15-7, and therein lies another story that followed the match, and a rather angry demonstration from the South Sydney supporters, who felt they were given a pretty raw deal by the referee here this afternoon. Newtown dropped the ball on 16 occasions, South Sydney 7 times. The crowd 8,342, and here's Joe Hasham to tell us about what the man of the match here at Redfern Oval this afternoon has won. A great performance, congratulations.
Thanks, Ray. It's much appreciated.
Kenny, there's a funny story to go with it, and I'm not bagging Adidas or John Cowan or Ken Irvine or anybody, but is that the boot that got the 6 out of 6?
Yeah, she's on its last legs, Ray, but the boot's falling apart, but rest assured Newtown won't be doing that this year for sure.
Kenny, it's been absolutely incredible, really, the last couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Nah, not really, Ray. We have expected it. Geez, a lot of hard work goes into these games, and our players want to win. We're going to win, and Tommy and Warren will make sure of that, but we're all doing our part. You know, it might have been the 6 goals this week. You know, next week it's Phil Zigsworth, whoever. You know, it's a team effort every week to week. You know, we've got to be down that into the field to be kicking goals, so we just take it as it comes. You know.
Well, that was obviously the game plan in the second half, Ken.
Yeah, well, we had that win come up a little bit in the second half, and Warren's instructions at half-time were to take advantage of it, play it down there, and let them make the mistakes. And 16 penalties to 7.
Yeah.
You know, come up our way. That's the
Did
way
you think you were going to get out of it, Ken, at half-time?
Yes. We think we can win every game this year.
Having made the Man of the Match award to Ken Wilson, the Newtown 5/8, I went along to the South Sydney dressing room and found that the match was a much more controversial and sensational one than first I had imagined. Sure, South Sydney had scored 2 tries to 0, and they had a moral victory over Newtown, who in fact had scored 12 points off the boot of Ken Wilson. But the big news in rugby league is that South Sydney are officially protesting about the result of the game. Now, they'll be taking that protest, I would imagine, to the New South Wales Rugby League on Monday night. It's all to do with a goal that was disallowed by the referee acting on a touch judge. The man with the red flag, he flagged it as no goal. The man with the blue, he flagged it as a goal. Here's the incident. Let's go through it now, and we'll see for ourselves. This is the goal attempt by McPherson. Now, it hits the upright on our left as we watch the screen. It comes down from the high part of the upright. We're going to freeze it here on the crossbar. And at that point, it blocks out or blanks out the crossbar, proving conclusively that it's gone across the horizontal bar. It lands on the ground at least 2 feet, I would imagine, towards the dead ball line area, further proof that it was a goal. The man with the red flag, I half felt was going to put his flag up and then decided not to, and then looks across to his left to see that his other touch judge is standing there with his flag up. He is not in the picture. So there it is, a goal that was disallowed, and in fact it was a two-pointer. It's going to the league on an official protest basis, and I just don't know what the outcome's going to be. Final scoreline, 12-10 in favour of Newtown. I'm Ray Warren. I hope you've enjoyed the big game tonight and look forward to your company on Wednesday.